Hello everyone, it's thomasjujube, and today I'm here to talk about the recent Marvel trailer that has dropped, probably yesterday, but maybe earlier today. I'm not sure when this is going up, but the recent trailer, Spider-Man Far From Home, just dropped. I do like it, but it's not amazing in my opinion. I didn't even think they were going to release a trailer, to be honest, because I thought it would spoil Endgame too much, but this trailer actually does a good job of not spoiling anything from Avengers Endgame, other than, Spider-Man coming back to life, because let's be honest, all the dead heroes are coming back to life. Or at least all the dusted heroes are coming back to life. But anyway, I'm going to do what I tried to do for the Avengers Endgame video, and I'm going to go through the trailer, I'm going to play it, and then every so often I will comment on something in the trailer, as I've already seen it. You've probably already seen it, and if you haven't, there will be a link in the description so you can watch the whole trailer without me talking every so often. So, without further ado, let's get into the trailer. So let's just get to the beginning. Okay, I just want to comment on this first part. Looks like Marvel is doing the trailer before the trailer thing, which I absolutely hate. I don't know why they do that, but anyway, let's keep going.
Thank you, Spider-Man.
That was so good. Hey, sorry I'm late. Happy.
You look nice.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. New dress?
Yes, it is. How'd you know?
What just happened?
So, I don't know what's going on here completely. It looks like they're doing some weird, press conference. That was my phone. I'm not going to edit this. Just ignore that. It looks like they're having some weird, press conferences for Spider-Man. Not press conference, but, it looks almost like a press conference from, Kamen Rider or something. If we just look at that, I don't know, he's with it, or, okay, it looks like he's at a homeless shelter, and he's, supporting, okay. I didn't quite know what that was at first. Obviously, it looks like he's just being a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man like he should. The strange part is his Aunt May is there with him, but so is Happy, so maybe they're going full in on Spider-Man as a Tony Stark protege. I'm not entirely sure, but as you can see, he also nice. And also, as we just saw, I guess Happy and Aunt May are flirting, so that's a thing. Iron Man is already married, or is getting married at this point, so I guess it's good he's not. Aunt May can go with Happy now, I guess. So anyway, let's move on with the trailer.
What just happened?
Planning a trip?
Mm-hmm. Going to Europe. It's a school trip.
I'll stop here for a second. So it looks like he's going on a school trip. He says that in a second as well, which is interesting. I saw at first some people were saying this is a SHIELD trip, SHIELD is taking him to Europe. No, it looks like this is just for school. I'm not sure what grade he should be in. He should be, I think, at this point, a junior or a senior. So I guess that makes sense, with senior, kind of. If he's a senior, it makes a lot more sense, because seniors, go on their big graduation trips. So this is a little over the top, but I think he goes to, a gifted kind of school, so that makes sense. Excuse me. Let's move on with the trailer then.
Did you get your passport?
Peter Parker here to pick up a passport, please.
Mini toothpaste?
Mm-hmm.
Pack your suit.
I just want to go on my trip with my friends. Europe doesn't really need a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Alright, just pause it for a second here. Once again, this is what I was talking about. It looks like it's just a school trip, because again, he leaves his costume behind, which I find is kind of an interesting way to introduce the new suit. Obviously, I think he was going to get an upgrade in this movie regardless, but I kind of he gets this upgrade because he's in a different country. He's on the other side of the world, and he left his other suit behind. That's kind of, once again, ignore that. That's kind of a little kind of continuity thing that I think really kind of helps the movie. So, once again, keep going. I think this is Venice. Yeah,
Feels really pretty.
This is, I think,
And
Europe.
therefore, I have value.
No, that's not
I'm
right.
messing with you. You look pretty too.
I guess we get MJ and him are gonna start flirting together, which they kind of hinted at in the first movie, but not really. So I guess, obviously we're going to expand on that a bit more in this movie, judging by how it was non-existent in the first one. So anyway, keep moving.
I want to spend some time with MJ. I think she really likes me, dude.
That reminds me when I first fell in love. I had just finished my food callback.
This is my favorite part of the trailer, if I'm being honest.
So nice to finally meet you, Spider-Man.
You're Nick Fury.
Put some clothes on. Let's go for a ride.
Is he gonna be okay like that?
It's going to pause, but
Might want to turn him over so he doesn't swallow his tongue.
Alright, next summer, aka this summer. So, as I just said, this is my favorite part of the trailer just because this is where it starts to get kind of what I was hoping we get, which is Spider-Man being, I don't know, Spider-Man. I really like the change with Nick Fury coming, and I assume Spider-Man becoming an quote-unquote agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. But, again, that's like a nice twist for Spider-Man in the movies. Obviously, it's this whole kind of thing has been done in the TV shows with the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon. But again, it hasn't been done in the movies. And I like how they're trying to keep Spider-Man fresh. Because the first three, obviously, they can just adapt Spider-Man straight up, do whatever they want with Spider-Man. And it will be different because there had been no big Spider-Man movie before with the original Raimi trilogy. With the Amazing Spider-Man movies, which weren't as well received, they did go for a kind of darker tone until the second one because they stopped being dark because no one liked that. But I think they should have stuck with that kind of darker tone because that's kind of what they were going for to make Spider-Man a bit fresh. Here, once again, I like that with the first one, we have Spider-Man with Tony Stark as a mentor, which the other two series couldn't do because they didn't have Iron Man at all. But like in the first one, we have Iron Man as a mentor. In this one, it looks like we're going to have Nick Fury / S.H.I.E.L.D. as a mentor, and we kind of have Spider-Man growing into his own since this version of Spider-Man is much, much younger than the other two Spider-Man. So I just really like the scene with Nick Fury kind of being Nick Fury and knocking out Ned and then saying, all right, come on, let's go, Spider-Man. It's nice to finally meet you, but, we had to get to business, Spider-Man. And I think it's kind of reminiscent of when he broke into Captain America's house or apartment in The Winter Soldier, just a bit with the fact he's just there and no one knows it. So let's keep going with the trailer.
I think Nick Fury just hijacked our summer vacation.
Awesome!
Alright, so I'm going to pause it there for a second. So, as we saw, I just realized something by pausing on this shot. I'll get to that in a second. So, we get a nice look at the new Spider-Man, I don't know what kind of suit, Spider-Man Homecoming V2, I guess. Sure, why not? The red and black suit is really, really awesome. I've seen a lot of people say it's probably the best Spider-Man suit, and I have to agree with those people. It is probably the best Spider-Man suit, and it is red and black, and go figure, my avatar's colors are red and black, so, just a little bit of bias here. Maybe we should, Marvel, can we get a bit of a crossover with my character in Spider-Man? Thank you very much. Anyway, so this scene, we have what appears to be Sandman. People have been saying it definitely looks like a sandy kind of person, but it looks more rocky to me. But hey, this could be like their version of a bigger, bulked out, rockier Sandman. So here is obviously Nick Fury, but next to him, I just noticed is probably Maria Hill. If Nick Fury is still, S.H.I.E.L.D's obviously still gone probably at this point, and Maria Hill is probably still with him. So just a slight little detail, I just noticed that. I wonder, well, they both died in the decimation, so this will either be a prequel or a sequel, and they both come back. I don't know, so.
You got gifts, Parker, but you have a job to do. Are you going to step up or not?
So, more shots of the amazing suit, but also, we had Nick Fury say, you have gifts, Parker. Are you going to step up and do your job? So I wonder if, like, the first Spider-Man, obviously these Spider-Man movies are probably going to have a through line. So I wonder if in the first movie we have him learning to be the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, learning what it is really to be a hero. And then I wonder if in this movie he's going to really learn how to do that because he's here on summer vacation, doesn't even take his suit. Nick Fury shows up and will teach him he has to always be a hero. He has these powers. He needs to use them even if he doesn't want to. Maybe they're really trying to go with some kind of with great power comes great responsibility thing, like a massive through line, like through however many Spider-Man movies they make. So. I wanted to go back there. This is another villain of Spider-Man. This is very quick. I heard it's another villain of Spider-Man. That obviously looks like one because this isn't a normal explosion, and that's a human person looking thing there. So I don't know who this is. I know it's a Spider-Man villain from the comics. Until I figure out who this is, I'm calling him Kamen Rider Core. So, you know.
You're all alone. Your friends are in trouble. What are you gonna do?
We got a nice look at the stealth suit. I actually want to go back to that. I think it's too late.
Friends are in trouble.
Alright, there we go. The stealth suit. Stealth suit looks cool. Again, he has the cool suit that I assume both of these come from S.H.I.E.L.D. because, again, he left his normal suit at home. Again, really nice attention to detail. So, this suit is cool. I wonder what it's going to be used for. Maybe stealth suit, maybe... I don't know why he'll switch between the two. Well, okay, that was stupid. Obviously, this is for stealth. The other one's for being Spider-Man. So, I wonder what he's trying to be stealthy about. Look, there's a bunch of black Audis behind him as well. So, it looks like he could be working with S.H.I.E.L.D. or whatever organization Nick Fury and Happy or whatever is going on here. Spider-Man's working with some organization, and that's whatever he's doing here. And along with that, Happy very quickly says we're all alone, which is what has led people to believe this is after Endgame and we have a bunch of heroes die. He's all alone because, go figure, everyone's dead. But it could not entirely be the case because they're in Europe, and currently there are no known MCU characters who just chill out in Europe. But I figure Doctor Strange could make his way over there very easily, and Iron Man could probably do that as well. Thor has the Bifrost. So, there are characters who probably could make their way over there very easily. But, for all we know, that could just be put in the trailer because Marvel loves making their fake trailers now. Which I also love. Marvel, don't stop doing that. For all we know, that scene, or that whole scene could just not be in the movie. For all we know, the stealth suit could not even be in the movie. Yeah, I'm going a little crazy. But yeah, I love Marvel tricking us with fake scenes. So Marvel, keep doing that.
What are you gonna do about it?
Alright, want to pause before I get a little ranty with this part here. So, Water Monster, looks like Hydro Man, another Spider-Man villain. And then we have Peter get splashed by the waves. So, probably before he's like, maybe that happens once he gets to Europe and the whole Hydro Man incident happens. But obviously he can't do anything because, you know, he doesn't have a suit. So he's just a bystander, and lo and behold, who shows up to save the day?
You don't want any part of this.
Alright. Okay, I take back what I said earlier about Nick Fury. The whole Mysterio scene, that is my favorite sequence of shots, footage of the trailer. That scene is really cool because I knew about the Mysterio leaks and whatnot for a long time now. I was hoping we'd see him in the trailer. They made Mysterio a badass, go figure. So, I mean, Mysterio looks awesome here. I want to point out that the scene here, saying, oh,
You don't want any part of this.
this scene is probably different from the scene after this because he doesn't have his helmet. He's in some weird crashed area. He's saying you don't want any part of this. And Spider-Man is obviously probably nowhere near it. Or Spider-Man here is probably near it, but he's probably nowhere near the Hydro Man attack or Water Monster attack. So this is probably a different scene. And as I said, Spider-Man probably is evacuated with everyone else because he can't. He doesn't have a suit. He doesn't have his, he can't protect anyone without a suit because, his identity. So probably Hydra Man starts attacking, he doesn't know what he can do, so he's like a bystander, and then lo and behold, Mysterio shows up here to fight off Hydra Man. Lord of, I keep saying Hydra Man, but I'm very sure it's not Hydra Man. And also, it's cool to see that he's finally got his, or not finally, but he's actually has actual magic, because I know Sunlight Sea just has special effects. Here, I mean, very clearly it's actual magic. And interestingly enough, it looks like Doctor Strange's magic. It looks like the Time Stone effects, but I'm very sure he doesn't have anything to do with the Time Stone. But it looks like Doctor Strange magic. So I think it would be really cool if he was like a dropout of the school, I don't remember what it's called, and maybe he was influenced by Mordo, and that's why he's evil. But he doesn't look evil here, which is a really crazy part, because, I mean, he's fighting whatever this thing is, and he also, he says you don't want any part of this. So, I don't know what's going on here with Mysterio. I think, like, there are a lot of things I think are going on here. One, we could very well have Sandman, Hydra Man, and Kamen Rider Corps all teamed up, and these are their attacks across Europe. And then we have Mysterio here as an anti-hero maybe, but then that just seems too much like Spider-Man 3 or Spider-Man movie syndrome, where we have too many villains and the plot gets crazy. So I don't think these are Hydra Man, Sandman, and Kamen Rider Corps. I think these could just be strange monsters, and maybe those three later inherit those powers. I think these could either be some strange monster from like the Dark Dimension or some other dimension, and Mysterio has to stop these, but because we know he has to be a villain, he's probably some sort of anti-hero. So like Doctor Strange, but if Doctor Strange wasn't a good guy, but not as much a bad guy. Doctor Strange if he was Deadpool. Let's go with that. So that could be what's going on here. Or this could be like Syndrome from The Incredibles, where this whole thing with the monster, all these monsters are fake. They're all Mysterio using his magic, and he's doing this whole thing to seem like a hero, maybe. So again, this is all very interesting. I think just Mysterio fighting this off, who seemed like they were going to be the villain, or this was going to be the villain. I think this is very interesting. I'm very interested to see what they will do with Mysterio in the movie, because there's a lot I guess they could do. So then we get the title sequence. Spider-Man Far From Home. Digging the title now. I love they're using Spider-Man music. Oh, una creatura fatta acqua. That's Italian. So I don't know what this says, but it definitely says a creature. Una creatura. So, okay. So this is interesting. It says Mysterio. I'm gonna make this larger so you can see it. It very clearly says Mysterio in the blue section, about in the middle. So at this point, he's been named, or maybe Mysterio is the Italian word for mysterious, and that's just the name they use for him, which would also be very cool. But again, we see him fighting off. This whole end part is meant to be comic relief, and here I am overanalyzing it because Mysterio. I'm gonna do some research on that. Mysterio could very well just be the Italian word for mysterious, and that's how he got his name, which is very clever. So that is cool.
Who is that guy?
He's like Iron Man and Thor rolled into one.
He's no Spider-Man.
What is it with you and Spider-Man?
What, he looks out for the neighborhood, has a dope suit, and I really respect him. Sup, dickwad?
A bit of that Marvel humor. So, overall, I do like this trailer. I'm not gonna lie, at the beginning of the day when I saw it, I was like, okay, cool. It's a Spider-Man Far From Home trailer. Like, I was like, alright, cool. I wasn't expecting it to drop today, but apparently today is 100 days until April 27th, the date of Avengers Endgame's release. So, this trailer now makes a lot more sense why it was released on today of all days. So, I didn't like the trailer at first when I saw it. Now that I've rewatched it a few times, now that I've overanalyzed it and ranted about it for however long it's been, I actually quite like it now, and I'm gonna go see the movie. I'm very excited to see the movie. I'm sure it's gonna be good. My favorite part about this trailer was seeing Spider-Man working with S.H.I.E.L.D., seeing how he's gonna work with S.H.I.E.L.D., but I'm really interested to see what they're doing with Mysterio and these villains. The villain angle of this movie seems very interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that's gonna work. So, please consider hitting that big fat subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this for Marvel or other trailer breakdowns. Marvel's not my main thing I do, but I am looking to do more Marvel content on the channel. So let me know what you thought of this video, the trailer, and if you want to see me talk about more Marvel things. And I hope to see you next time. Thank you for watching.